Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Habibis.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Look at us in our matching shirts.
Look at us.
Look at it.
Wait,
Awesome.
Jay, how did you get here, and how did your mom get over into your computer?
I know it's kind of insane how this is happening this week, but if you believe in Allah, anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Anything and everything.
Anything's possible.
Well, Mary Childers, Jay's mom, joins us on this very first episode of Habibi Power Hour in the month of September, which is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. This is now our third rendition. She bought us these nifty shirts, Team Beans, for those of you who are familiar with Francesca Kaczynski.
Yeah. Andrew's daughter.
Andrew, and it's Rachel's daughter. Passed away tragically in 2020. And so before the show begins, Mary, obviously, like, this is a very heavy subject, but Jay and I are terrible explaining things, and we're definitely terrible people in general. So we would love for someone who's actually in our minds one of the best people we know to explain, kind of share your advocacy in trying to end childhood cancer.
Well, I mean, by no means am I an expert. The parents who have gone through this and lived through it, they know a lot more than I do. But this journey started with me, with my cousin's granddaughter, who was diagnosed with ARMS in February of 2020. And to be honest, I had not really been paying attention to her posts. I kind of stopped following her because she was a big Trump supporter, and I was a lefty at the time. And when I found out, I don't know, something just kind of broke in me, how divisive we had become and how we let politics kind of override what really matters. And I think Isabella kind of inspired me to remember what was important. And unfortunately, she passed away that following October in 2020. And since then, I've been trying to educate myself more on the childhood cancer world. And what I've found has been actually shocking. I mean, as we all know, it's the number one killer of kids by disease. And nearly 16,000 kids are diagnosed each year. And the number of those cases are rising every year as well. And they have been for the past 20 years. What hasn't been rising is the funding for research. That still is consistently underfunded. They get a measly 4% of billions of dollars for the National Cancer Institute. And I mean, that's 4% for every type of cancer, not just a specific kind, but all of them. And that's all they get.
Yeah.
And so the thing of it is, this is never going to change unless we make childhood cancer the national priority that it needs to be. And the only way we can do that is by letting our representatives know that this is an important subject for us. And that's what I'm hoping to do. I'm no expert on it, but I will share wherever and whenever I can the information that is needed to get out there, and hope that people will join us and the voice will get louder for these kids, because they really don't have a whole lot of voices behind them other than the parents who have already suffered this, great ordeal, and oftentimes the loss of a child. And they go on to fund these foundations for research because they're so desperate for research funding. And I don't know if all of you were following us last year when we were advocating for the Gabriella Miller Kids First Research Act. Well, that actually passed the House, I believe it was, let me check my notes, July 27th of 2022. It passed the House. And that bill specifically, it's, it will penalize pharmaceutical companies when they break the law. And they will use that fund for research. And it passed the House of Representatives July 27th, and it will reauthorize the Kids First at $125 million for a 5-year period. And moreover, it'll expand a truly comprehensive shared data resource for scientists and researching pediatric cancers and rare diseases, and will continue to support development of computational tools to analyze very large, complex genomic and clinical data sets. And this has been in the works for 3 years, and it's now in the U.S. Senate. If it doesn't pass, they'll have to start all over again. We don't want to see that happen. So I'm asking all Habibis to please contact your senators, ask them to support the Gabriella Miller Kids First Research Act, and you'll find the link below in this show where to go and how to do that. In addition, you can follow some people on Twitter that will have a lot more information than I have, and that is, you can follow Joe Babber. Let me get his Twitter for you guys real quick because I don't have that ready.
Go for it.
It's all good. Now everybody can see where I get it from.
Hey, I didn't slur my words though.
It's one of
Well, that's because you don't drink.
it runs in the family. Yeah. There we go. Fine. Let's get the phones out.
Okay, if you guys will follow at Joe Babber, it's JoeBaber1. He leads our team, tells us, what's coming in and out and what to do and who to call and all that kind of stuff. So he's number one. There's another one. It's Happy Quell. She is a childhood cancer guru. She's amazing. And anyone who wants to join us for CureFest, it's coming up from the 21st of September through the 25th. So,
But Mary, you're very passionate about this yourself, and where can people find you on social media? Because you're always amplifying the message on childhood cancer awareness.
And who to call and who to contact.
On Twitter, Mary_LC Casey.
Wonderful. And Mary, obviously this is your first appearance on Habibi Power Hour. Do you have any wisdom that you'd like to share with the Habibis before Jay bans you forever?
Don't listen to anything Jay says about me. None of it's true.
For those of you who are interested in the childhood cancer awareness battle that Mary's been fighting on behalf of all the Habibis, we've included links in the description of this episode, so go ahead and check that out. Mary, thank you so much for joining us, and Habibis, welcome to another episode. What's up?
In the weeks to come, I have 2 more legislation pieces that I want to share with you, so be looking out for that in the next shows.
Excellent. Thank you, Jay. Jay's mom. I'm sorry.
I miss you, Mujahed. Alhamdulillah, salama.
Allah Salamak.
Bye, Mary. And Habibis, welcome to another episode of the Habibi Power Hour. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa-alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Habibi.
What's going on, Habibis? I'm Siraj Hashmi.
I'm Jay Kobbe.
And we're the Habibi Bros. Welcome to another episode of Habibi Power Hour. Jay, marhaba.
Assalamu alaikum,
كيفك-
Habibi.
كيفك-
Ana khair, alhamdulillah.
Mary forgot to actually leave. Kick her from the studio.
That's fine. You can understand where I get my boomerness from.
Yes, it's great. Habibis, welcome everyone. We're so happy you all could be here. Whoa, we just went full screen there.
Oh man, this is the
Wait,
first
that's
time we've done it in a
Yeah,
while.
a very long time. Jay, the first day of
Freedom.
freedom, because football is back and the Queen is dead.
I know, right? You can't get more American than this.
America's back, baby.
It is absolutely 100%
Yes, Carl Ferris, who absolutely should be
banned from everything.
banned from everything, says just an absolutely incredible decision to air this during the NFL's opening night. Big brain stuff.
Oh, 100%. I mean, we're gonna have more people viewing this than the NFL.
Exactly. No one watches the NFL. It's a bunch. It's filled with a bunch of weak ass, pussies.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what they are.
That's exactly what it's all about. But Jay, since we are boomers who don't know anything about anything,
Right.
so we have the Queen of England dying at reverse 69,
Right.
96 years old.
And it's amazing how many countries have to thank her for the colonization that England has done to nations to bring them actually prosperity and modernity compared to what they would have been without it.
So, so you're cool. You actually fuck with the Queen, huh?
Oh, huh.
I mean, besides,
I can't wait until her diary comes out and it's talking about how much she loves getting her ass ate. It's gonna come out and it's gonna be written in
very
old age,
posh, yeah,
very posh
very
old age
English.
And then he spread the chickens wide, stick his tongue in, and it flew into my hole like a squab would fall into a bird feeder.
As you can tell here at Habibi Power Hour, we are obviously mourning her death.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
think it's because Jay lost an opportunity there.
I mean, come on. To eat the Queen of England's ass would have been the highlight of my life, but she's dead now. So I'm gonna have to move to the king. King, what was his name? Charles? King Charles.
He might change his name though.
Why would he change his name?
I know he's 73. Why would you change your name? Well,
yeah, it doesn't make sense. And Charles is a pretty English name. I don't get why they would fuck with that.
The thing is, Jay, I don't fully understand this. I'm not up to speed on my British history, but I think it has something to do with the other King Charles sucking ass. I mean,
look, sucking ass should be an Olympic sport.
We're calling it sucking ass now.
Licking ass,
There
sucking
you go.
ass, kissing ass.
You can find Jay on Twitter. You can find Jay on Twitter at ass licking.
That's ASSLIKEN.
Anthony Rivera says, I was sobbing at work and then I saw the Domino's tweet. Truly comforting. Yes, this is the actual Domino's tweet.
I love it when brands put their 2 cents in anything.
Thank you, Domino's, for this. Tweeting out, everyone at Domino's joins the nation and the world in mourning the death of Queen Elizabeth II. Our thoughts and condolences are with the royal family. Jay, for anyone looking for comfort, look no further than a Domino's bread bowl.
Absolutely. Whoever is the Domino's social media coordinator, they need to get a raise. That is absolutely fucking perfection right there.
Yeah.
And where did Domino's start?
Not in the UK.
Absolutely not. So it's why the fuck would they even fucking mention shit?
But we always talk about the current thing. I'm gonna have to get you a coaster because that's gonna
bother you for the whole fucking
really
9-year-old ODs.
I'm such an OCD bitch. Here, Jay, let me finish this point and I'll go.
Okay, go for it. Yes.
Okay. the current thing being, yeah, I guess you could put it on there. Who gives a shit? The current thing,
1 pound copper.
1 pound copper.
This is a very heavy pen.
I mean, that's it. The current thing is that Queen Elizabeth is dead. Okay, so then we have to go with the narrative that somehow like the British monarchy is good, right? That's the current thing. So like you have all the brands being like, oh, what a woman, she served for 70 years. Honestly, if she had waited like 3 more days, I could tweet something like worst September 11th ever.
I know, and she totally took that away from you.
She really did. So it's honestly it's sad moment on for me as a shit poster.
Yeah, personally
On a personal level, and that's why if anything I am.
Well, what you can tweet right now. What? I mean, if you were creative, you could say nothing in the month of September in history has ever happened worse than the death of Queen Elizabeth.
I could have done that, Jay. It's been a long day. You know, for both of us, we've been very, very.
Well, what we should do is tweet that out from the Habibi Bros fucking Twitter account. If we had competent interns,
yeah, if we had competent,
yeah, that's what would have been tweeted out already.
Yeah.
Just like a picture of Queen Elizabeth and saying nothing in the month of September has happened worse than the death of Queen Elizabeth II. And that would be.
There have been some hot takes, a lot of hot takes. First of all, there's a power vacuum happening in the UK. I made the suggestion that it's time to evade within minutes after her death. And we were like, oh, too soon, Siraj. Come on, you don't want to take back what's rightfully America's?
Yeah, all of England.
Exactly.
And then everything that they used to colonize is America's. So, like, what we need to do is just take over the UK and then start expanding the empire.
Yes.
Yeah. And then with the caliphate.
Okay, I see Anthony. I see people roasting me about the current thing commentary. This Anthony, you know, Spencer will pull it up because
No, he won't. He's useless.
The current thing is that Queen Elizabeth is dead. Okay, absolute stunning commentary by one Siraj Hashmi.
Honestly, it was really good. I thought it was top tier.
It's possibly my best political commentary I've made. All right, so the current thing is that Queen Elizabeth and the royal family, the British monarchy, still good. It's still British monarchy good. We must mourn her.
Honestly, I think like countries like India, Pakistan, countries in Africa, they should be mourning
Ireland,
Canada,
Ireland,
yeah, 100%.
Australia,
Scotland.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, I don't understand why they're not coming out and just like naming it a national holiday,
bawling their eyes out.
Well, especially Canada, they still have the bitch on her on their currency. It's fucking hilarious.
So there's some people out there online who are like, have some respect, have some decency, like. She just died. Okay.
Do they not know us or this show?
Well, for one, okay. I have to say this. First of all, no one is above criticism, whether they're alive or dead.
Absolutely.
2, she was 96 years old.
Right.
Lived a full life, well past most life expectancy, especially for the era that she was born in.
Absolutely.
And thirdly, she died peacefully.
Yeah, in her sleep or some shit, right?
Yeah, it's not like she like went out.
She
like
wasn't
David
assassinated. She wasn't.
She didn't go out like David Carradine, basically wanking off with a bag around her head.
You can die like that. You
don't know about that?
Can we try that this weekend?
Try that this weekend. But the USA Singers wanted to make this about Trump because, of course, everything has to be about Trump. The USA Singers tweet out, the worst part about the death of Queen Elizabeth is that Donald Trump still hasn't been arrested for sedition, espionage, or treason. Wow. Way to make it about absolutely fucking nothing.
I know. It's fucking hilarious that they're still banging on this drum. No matter what international news happens, they'll be like, but Trump. Yeah, but Trump, you have a lake in fucking Pakistan right now because of a fucking flood.
Yeah, but Trump.
Why
didn't Trump stop this?
Why didn't Trump stop this?
So I see Spencer's literally just showing all of my tweets that probably got just too much spice involved. Look, what can I say? I'm not making fun of the Queen. I'm making fun of the situation.
Look,
Let's not pretend. Let's not pretend like people are actually like. Look, if you had like a personal relationship with the Queen, and you're sad about her death, look, I got nothing. Okay?
Go fuck yourself.
First of all, how the fuck do you know the Queen? Secondly,
go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Thirdly, Jay, for anyone who's like actually like legitimately sad about this news, it's one of those stories. It's almost like I think I saw someone tweet about how it's like the death of like a deity within the British religion.
No, I think
like a grandmotherly figure. Like they come from an era of like a romanticized monarchy.
The thing you have to understand about it too is like the Queen in England is a status symbol.
Well, yes,
there's a symbol within the English culture that's still very popular within the old English people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all I know about England is like horrible food and fish and chips. Like that's my most understanding about what English people go through. And then the Queen was somebody who had that type of image, like your motherly figure, the mother of England, like all that kind of stuff. She was there for like 70 plus years.
No, she was there for 70 years. It should have been
she was 69 plus 1.
Yeah, it should have been 69.
She was there 69 plus 1 years and stuff. So you can understand it from that perspective. You can't.
No, you can't.
No, I mean, we can't because we don't give a shit. But I'm saying if you had empathy,
which I don't.
Right, because you're a psychopath.
Exactly.
But if you weren't
with mental illness, stuff
yes,
like that, yeah.
And ADHD and OCD, and then like
I was gonna
fucking
correct.
like speech impediments. I mean, what else do you have?
AIDS, herpes,
monkeypox,
Hep C, rickets, all of the above. By the way, I shaved Habibis. Oh, look at that. Maybe zoom in on that tweet. No, go back to the other view, Spencer. I swear to God, and just literally zoom in on the tweet. This is what I was talking about. God, we pay this guy that actually works for us.
I don't know why we do.
All right, so Ben Judah tweets out: Americans are welcome to shitpost, but they should be warned of intense depths of feelings here. It's hard to explain, but millions feel the Queen is their spiritual grandmother. It's not like a dying president, but the passing of the chief saint of a still felt British religion. Okay, when the president dies, it doesn't matter who it is. There's always going to be someone in the U.S. who's going to shit on that president.
No, for sure.
So like,
I'm sorry, but your MacBook is like bothering me.
Yeah, sorry.
What happened? Did you drop it?
No, I didn't drop it. Surprisingly, I mean, I could show everyone. Basically, it's like it's going through like an epileptic seizure.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
It's really bad. Probably not use it. I need.
I mean, look, when JFK was assassinated, that was like a national tragedy. People were like fucking crying over.
Well, because and also like that was obviously a different era because that was an era where the presidency still meant something. So like heads of state.
I still think people will come like if Biden was assassinated.
Oh no, I don't doubt that.
Like people or died suddenly. I mean, people will come together over it.
You think so?
I think so. I think in American.
Hold on, but what if it's done? What if obviously like if he dies like in office from like an actual like disease or something, or just
being old and senile, and he should
like if he just like dies, if he just like
2 years
ago.
Right,
let's just say like best case scenario, Biden dies from natural causes before obviously because the Secret Service is probably knocking on our door right now. To be like,
not an every text. No. We don't need to do that.
We got them.
No,
they're both in the same house. They're both in the same house. Go. All right, let's just say for the sake of argument, it's not like a violent death and he just like dies of an illness in office. I could see that possibly, but if he is assassinated, the conspiracies will fly and this country would probably go to civil war.
No, I don't think so. I
You
don't.
don't think?
No, I don't. If Trump was assassinated, that would be a different story.
Well,
That would be a different story.
hold on,
I think
hold on.
that. I think
No,
that
so
would
here's the
be-
thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Because I know I I think what you're seeing right now with this. So obviously, Biden in the last week, a week ago, gave a speech in Philadelphia that looked very ominous, very authoritarian. Some people calling him pedo Hitler, because he basically singled out half of the country and just said that these people are extremists, these MAGA Republicans, they don't represent our values. Like that. And then they try to play it off as a non-political speech. Motherfucker, that was a political speech, first off. But think of how that rhetoric would then play up to the rest of like the federal government, the quote unquote deep state. Okay, think about it for a second. If there was an assassination of Biden, don't you think that the federal government apparatus, the spy state, the police state would be weaponized against this very same people that Biden was condemning a week ago?
right, but then
Like that could start that itself could start a civil war.
that could, but it wouldn't be.
I mean, it already has.
It wouldn't be the green-haired whatever the fuck's in Portland and LA and
Oh, totally. No,
they
no,
wouldn't do shit.
It's actually amazing to think that like you have Kathy Griffin out here, Spencer. If you go find this tweet, Spencer, who is our producer, Spencer Sachs, doing a diligent job of trying to get fired every single episode.
I know because I mean,
but he's getting this tweet right now of Kathy Griffin basically saying, if you want civil war, or if you don't want a civil war, vote Democrat. If you do want a civil war, vote Republican. Like that's somehow a threat. Look, these people are against the Second Amendment. They don't want guns in anyone's hands. They are all, not all of them, but a good chunk of them are very much pro defund the police.
Yet they don't. And look at the view again. Look at the view again. What? Look how he did the view again.
Damn, there we go. Jesus Christ. I can't take this guy anywhere. Kathy, yeah. Kathy Griffin, this is the exact tweet. If you don't want a civil war, vote for Democrats in November. If you do want civil war, vote Republican. I've seen a lot of people saying your terms are acceptable, which
a lot of people are saying that. And the funny thing is that when she tweets shit like that, everybody rags on people like Jesse Kelly and other right-wing commentators and stuff who tweet the same shit, that we're going to a civil war, we need a national divorce, like all of this different type of shit. And she's one of the main people to rag on them over it. But then you have this switch and you don't have anyone in the national media. You have nobody in
no one's covering it. If Trump tweeted that, you
no, not just Trump.
I mean,
but I'm saying like Jesse Waters. If Jesse Waters did it,
Jesse Kelly.
No, but I'm saying like Jesse Waters on Fox.
Okay.
If he came out and he said on Fox News, vote Republican or vote Democrat and you want a civil war, that would have been on Media Matters like no other.
Oh yeah, it would have been.
Yeah, absolutely. And these people are and Kathy Griffin, they're public people, like they're public figures and all that kind of shit. So
they're quote unquote thought leaders.
Yeah.
But THOT, that hoe.
Yeah, she's a fucking hoe.
But what I was getting at was that this idea that the pink-haired, green-haired people in Portland, they're not the ones who are going to be on the front lines fighting a civil war against pretty much anyone who any like even political dissidents, critics of Biden, not even people who are like gun-ho Trump. Literally just people who've been like, Biden sucks ass. Boom, you got the FBI showing up your doorstep. You got the NSA tapping your cell phone.
Luckily, they already do.
I mean, luckily for us, they already do that.
They already do.
It's not like a real escalation. But I'm just saying, like, for a lot of Americans, they're about to experience what it's like to become Muslim. So,
inshallah,
I guess Sharia is here after all. Thank you, Spencer, for getting the view right. Almost right. Can you zoom in there? Because I can't read anything with my boomer eyes. I need my glasses.
I love how anti-Semitic your fucking your
That's
accent.
that is not anti-Semitic.
It's anti-Semitic. It is
All right.
absolutely.
All right. So scroll up.
Just read it with the accent. Is that the Habibi Bros?
Wow, yeah, that's the Habibi Bros account.
Wait, what does it say?
He fucking did it.
He did it.
Nothing more important has happened in the month of September than the death of Queen Elizabeth II.
And the top reply.
And then the top reply, true, but now the drama of Meghan Markle is going to amp up. Why was Harry not staying with his grandmother when she died? He was invited. If he did not stay with the Grahams due to Meghan, he will never forget not being there. What did you write this? Did you write this response?
No, he didn't.
Spencer?
No, that was that.
I think that was on. I think that was one of Spencer's alts.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah,
but it's pretty true. I mean, it is.
Yeah,
she's been his grandmother for over 30 years.
I mean, I think the point that Spencer was making is that someone agreed with us that nothing more important in history in the month of September than Queen Elizabeth's.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people.
They probably didn't catch that.
No.
All right. Well, good. That was a good troll. Anyways, Jay, you were saying
you're hot.
I know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hot.
No,
so Jay just flew in from LA. He's out here in the land of the free with me in Florida. How's it feel?
Absolutely fucking amazing. I've only been here for like 8 hours or some shit. And
no, not even that.
No, it's barely 7. And it's honestly, it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Yeah, because
humid wise.
Oh, humidity. Yeah, no, you came at a good time. It came. And I have to say,
twice on the plane.
What?
Twice on the plane.
Twice on the plane.
Yeah, when it goes up, I'm like, oh, we're gonna go hit something, and then it lands. I'm like, oh, it's happening.
Literally, any vibration to Jay's balls, and he just shoots a load off. Okay, so,
well, yeah, because I left at the right time because my neighborhood where my house is just went through a blackout.
Oh yeah, that's right. So while all of this is happening, we'll talk more about royal family stuff later. We'll table that for now. You've lived in California for how long now?
8 years.
8 years. And
almost every year since I've lived there, they've been doing rolling blackouts. And the funniest part is that they do rolling blackouts in like the poorest neighborhoods. Now it's getting worse, and it's expanding worse to other neighborhoods and stuff. But it's really funny that you have people like Gavin Newsom telling residents when it's hundreds of degrees outside to only put their AC at 78 degrees at night or turn it off completely, while they don't do any of that shit whatsoever. I bet you $1 billion that there has not been a day that this motherfucker has not put his thermostat above 78 degrees.
No one does that.
Not a fucking
unless
day.
Your name is Taylor Lorenz.
Well, she's a fucking moron. 0 people have done it.
Mueller, she wrote, tweets out, new rule. People who don't believe in climate change shouldn't be allowed to comment on rolling blackouts in California, especially after the Texas grid clusterfuck.
Well, the funny thing about this, and when I say funny, it just means that she's a fucking moron and a complete dumb fucking piece of shit, is that there was a fluke. It was like a fluke climate thing that happened that caused the Texas blackouts. Because
it was a like massive ice storm, which is not
exactly.
It's not uncommon to have that in the Southwest
right, but
in the middle of winter.
But it hit the right spots at the right times, and the funny thing about it is that because it hit like the green grid places and stuff, stopped
because they think this they think like solar and wind is somehow like going to replace coal and natural gas and nuclear power. In fucking Europe right now, where they're having one of the biggest energy crises since fucking World War II.
Right, crises or crisis?
One of the biggest crises.
Crises? That's how you say it?
That's plural. Yeah.
Crises.
Crises.
Okay, go on.
I don't want to say crisis because then it would
go on.
Okay. Anyways, What happened? They were trying to shut down. Germany wanted to shut down their nuclear power plants.
They did.
They did.
No, they did. This is the problem.
But now they're going back to coal because they don't have, because Russia shut off the Nord Stream 2 pipeline.
Yeah, because of
all the gas isn't going there.
And that was the thing that happened there is fucking like it is a Greek. It's like a Greek tragedy that is so perfect that it's insane. Because Trump was saying it 2 or 3 years ago,
in front of the UN,
and at the faces of Germany, talking about how them relying on Russia is a mistake and it's going to bite them in the ass. And then why the fuck are we paying NATO all these billions of dollars to fight against Russia when they're going to pay them billions of dollars for their oil? And at the end of the day, and I say this all the fucking time, and I'm going to continually say this, is that these people are full of shit. Because if they're going to allow and say it's okay to get oil from places like Russia, Iran, China, and all these places who have zero regulation that goes into protecting the environment, they're full of fucking shit when they talk about how much they care about the environment.
Well, yeah.
Because Germany has huge regulations on producing oil. The United States has huge regulations on producing oil. All of these places have more regulations to protect the environment and producing oil than any of these countries that we have the president of the United States now going and begging for. He went and fist bumped Saudi Arabia, for fuck's sake, and he's going to go and suck the dick of Venezuela to get the fucking oil from them while they continually do harm to their own citizens.
Wait, are they really trying to suck Venezuela's dick?
Yeah, he went and had a meeting with him to get oil from
Nicolas Maduro.
Yes.
No fucking way.
Yeah, you can.
All right, let me open.
Go ahead and Google it.
Let me open my epileptic.
It's really bad.
It's really bad.
And it's
actually
fucking me up right now. It's really fucking me up right now. But you can go in and you can say that President Trump had a meeting with Venezuela. And the funny thing is,
Trump or
Biden.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that like Venezuela, Iran, all these places are laughing their fucking ass off at us, saying that that's not gonna happen, and they're not gonna do it. No, it is an old story.
Sorry,
but
I must have completely missed the boat.
You did, but he did do it. He went to go and ask Venezuela for help with oil. Venezuela, and then they're trying to get Iran to do it while Iran is trying to assassinate American citizens on American fucking soil.
And obviously it's not unheard of that like foreign countries come into the United States to literally find and kill defectors. They've done it, North Korea, Iran,
Saudi Arabia,
Venezuela. Like it's not unheard of.
And the funny thing is that we don't have
Russia.
We don't have to be in this situation. In the United States, we have more than enough oil to be able to frack, to drill, to do all of the things that we need to do to become completely energy independent from all of these places. And not only that, we have more than enough funds to actually build nuclear power plants that we don't even need to fucking drill to run the power plants.
So one thing I've noticed is that when it comes to nuclear power, there have been a lot of climate change activists, particularly the ones who've been pushing let's call them the pro-Green New Deal climate change activists, who focus on renewable energy. And by renewable, I mean dog shit energy.
Yeah.
The stuff that it can't literally power my vibrator. I'm sorry.
It doesn't do shit.
My vibrating fleshlight.
If you ever If you ever drive towards like Palm Springs in California, we have acres upon acres of fucking land that is used to try and produce windmill fucking energy, and it doesn't do jack shit. On the way to Vegas, we have one of the biggest fucking farms of solar energy that doesn't do jack shit. And these environmentalists and climate change activists and all this stuff are completely silent on what it does to the animal habitat that live within those places.
Unbelievable for like wind farms, and solar farms.
We
like,
kill birds. We kill fucking
dude,
turtles.
The deforestation just happening by that alone
insane.
is insane because they're chopping down trees, plowing down forests to create these solar and wind farms that, as I said, cannot even power my vibrator. I mean, my vibrating flashlight. I mean,
your anal plug. It's a
yes,
big
my
one.
anal plug
It's a big one. It's a big.
It's a massive one.
It's like this big.
But look, because they have basically used all of this shit. By the way, I'm pretty sure they knocked down all of those trees and forests using like naturally gas,
gas powered fucking tools and shit. Chainsaws, machines, fucking trucks, all of that.
Plows, trucks, you name it. So the irony here is obviously very rich. But one thing that's really interesting here is that you still have people like Greta Thunberg out there saying that like nuclear energy is not going to be what saves the planet. It's going to be renewable energy. And because of like her efforts, not only is Germany shutting down their nuclear power plants, so have already shut theirs down. You have other countries in Scandinavia where Greta is from, and they're shutting their shit down, relying on wind and solar. And at that time, they realize the renewable energy is failing, and they have to switch to actual like coal, natural gas, and oil.
And the biggest thing is when you see the trajectory of the carbon footprint of the United States, it's gone down tremendously because of natural gas, because of fracking, because we switch from coal to these other forms of fossil fuels that allow less and less carbon footprint to be made. And it's just not enough for these guys because it's not about the environment. When you look at their statements, no, it's about dismantling the complete economic structure we have right now.
That's all about control.
Yeah, but the economic structure we have right now, which is capitalism that's going on in the United States, fucking irks them to their core.
So yeah, they want to bring in socialism and
climate change as a fucking excuse to try and switch it all completely over.
Yeah,
our economy is heavily based on fossil fuels, and if they really fucking cared, the biggest contributors to it is China and India.
Right.
And we don't hear jack shit from them.
Every global pact, whether Paris Climate Accord, Montreal Accord, you will never get China. At least China, I don't know about India. You'll never get them to the table to actually have them agree to like reduce carbon emissions or reduce like any like greenhouse gas emission because they don't give a fuck.
They don't.
So my proposed solution has always been invade every country and make them America, and you get rid of both immigration and climate change, and everybody can shut the fuck up.
Right, but mine is nuclear power.
I mean, nuclear power would be.
That'd
be much more realistic.
Share the technology and the engineering capacity with everyone out there. Switch them over. Even like if you really cared about it, this is what you will do. You will go to these countries, tell them why it's better, and actually fucking fund it. Instead of spending these billions and trillions of dollars in the United States to force families to have to go through sacrifices that they don't have to go through in order to protect the world. Like you have people like John Kerry and Gavin Newsom coming out and telling mothers of families like with 6 kids, 8 kids and stuff, saying that you pumping gas in your van is going to destroy the world, and you have to turn off your AC and make your families feel as without as possible while they're in their private jets on a cool fucking 72 climate.
It wasn't a fucking Kim Kardashian saying I fight climate change how I choose to while flying in a fucking private jet. These people have no shame. And I think it's important to recognize this kind of like comes full circle here, okay? because we started the show talking about Queen Elizabeth's death. You know, King Charles, or I guess that what his name is still up for debate. It might be King George, but we haven't gotten an official announcement yet, as of this recording, or the stream. In any event, these people who wax poetic seriously do not give a fuck about the rest of us, and two, do not practice what they preach. Just look at people like shitheads like Gavin Newsom, who is, as you already said, never raising his thermostat above 78.
Right. And the thing is, if they were smart, which they're not, they would have like a thermostat watch. They would have videos of him showcasing that he's putting his thermostat above 80 in order to conserve climate change, instead of just videos of him pleading to families who are so fucking needy in California, who have fucking barely anything but the satisfaction of AC in their fucking homes, and telling them that they need to have that sacrifice.
So Spencer with an update says, oh, this motherfucker right here. Queen Elizabeth's son Charles will roll under the name King Charles III. All right, so he's 73 and not changing his name. They have to change the national anthem to God Save the King now. First of all, you know, kind of back to the discussion about the British monarchy. First of all, this would have been the most base thing that took place. I think since the last time we did a show, the last episode we did a show was the 25th anniversary of Princess Diana's death. People seem to forget that the media killed Diana.
Mm-hmm.
You know that. I mean,
because they were like swarming the fucking car. They were
paparazzi taking pictures. They just couldn't get enough of that shit. Okay, they killed her in Paris, and I feel like this is like the beginning of the sort of windfall of like the media not ever suffering the consequences of their actions, because no one in the press, no one in the media was ever held responsible for her death. But also kind of talking about the monarchy in general, you know, now King Charles III was an absolute asshole to Princess Diana, and so was the rest of his family. Like, just the way that they treated her was more than enough for me, at least, to say fuck the British monarchy. Like, if that's how they're going to treat people who are part of the family, you know, imagine what they think of the rest of the rest of us. I mean, they probably think it's just, I don't know why people put so much.
They probably
stock in
think the rest of us the same way I do.
What?
Pieces of shit.
Oh, yeah. Whose asses you may or may not eat.
Oh, I eat everything. I don't discriminate there.
Yeah, you do.
Rich, poor, young, old, young again.
But not too young, Jay. Remember.
Like, I'll go 22.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, 22 years old, and then
don't make it weird.
Yeah, let's not go that far.
Wow, we got over 400 people watching us on Rumble. Welcome to the stream, folks. Welcome to the show. For those of you who are listening to this after the fact or watching this after the fact, you should have luck. Jay's here in Florida with me in the land of the free. Just flew in from
out of California.
I'm making my piss to try to get him to move out here, because honestly,
it's working.
It's working.
I haven't been here for like 7 hours. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna move here.
Yeah, no, it's been a great time. We honestly need to have these trips more often. So there was another story that the New York Times reported. I don't know if you had a chance to see this, but basically the New York Times came out with a study, and they confirmed basically what we all knew about the COVID lockdowns. Kind of a weird shift there, but I guess everything kind of a time, because you come from California, where they still have mask mandates in some counties, right? Do they?
They don't. They were going to implement it in LA, LA County, but they decided against it. They were going to in fucking July
July of both
of 2022, they were going to implement another fucking mass mandate, and then they're like, "Oh, maybe we shouldn't do that."
So, the New York Times basically came out with an article saying the pandemic erased 2 decades of progress in math and reading, with the subheader saying the results of a national test showed just how devastating the last 2 years have been for 9-year-old school children, especially the most vulnerable. So during this entire time, and this is something that Jay and I are obviously very passionate about, because if we didn't have, for one, if we didn't have COVID lockdowns, we probably wouldn't have a BB Power Hour. Although I feel like you and I probably would have, the logical conclusion or trajectory of our friendship would be like starting a podcast together.
Yeah.
It just so happened that the COVID lockdowns accelerated it. It was April 2020. You and I were bored of shit. And we were like, what are we going to do?
Right.
We just like started doing this stream.
It started on Instagram Live.
Yeah. 2.5 years later, here we are still doing it. But one thing that, obviously there are a lot of things that went wrong because of, in terms of like government handling of COVID,
the abuse of using experts.
What's most disconcerting and probably most disillusioning is the fact that we know they lied.
Yeah.
We know we have the emails to prove that they knew otherwise. And yet time and time again, these people are never held to account. Yeah, fucking Anthony Fauci announcing he's going to retire at the end of the year from the NIAID, and all these articles just glorifying Fauci, saying like, what a public servant, what a noble and decent man. Fuck out of here.
Right.
Fauci is up there with like Henry Kissinger in terms of like the worst civil servants that this country's ever had.
I feel and also like, and it's not only that, also if you go back to the way they handled HIV crisis and all that kind of stuff as well, it was really bad. And I think a lot of these journalistic and in the article itself, you're not going to find them hit on the experts, on the people who said, no, we have to close down to save even one life because that's what matters. And we knew early on during COVID that it does not affect kids.
Doesn't affect kids.
And the same rate.
There's no evidence to prove that it impacted kids the way it impacted the elderly and the morbidly obese and the immunocompromised.
Yeah, or people had heart conditions and stuff like that. Instead of just closing it all down and making sure and making it sure that we ruin the economy, ruin the education of children, and like made them the ultimate sacrifice. We should have just staggered it. We should have made it known, like, hey, if you're above this age, above this weight, if you have these diseases, this is the risks that you're going to have.
Hold on. Jay, you can't just say above this weight. You have to like go with like body mass index, because
okay,
Jay, you're 4'9", but you weigh 200.
Hey, I am 5'4".
Okay,
I'm sitting on three books right now.
In any event, Jay, your BMI is enormously high because you're so short.
BMI is going to be a little bit different. The reason why BMI is going to be a little different is because you're going to have athletic people who are either weighing more than they should because of their height, because of muscle mass, but they're still very, very healthy. At the end of the day, the way that they should have done it is like, hey, if you have X, Y, and Z, if you're at this age, these are the risks that you're going to have. But instead of doing that, we closed everything down. We forced families to sacrifice tremendously. Like this is not a simple sacrifice that happened. We had millions of jobs ruined. We had hundreds, not even hundreds of thousands. It's hundreds of thousands in California alone. We had millions of businesses closed down forever.
Right,
forever. And then we closed down schools for 2 years.
Yeah.
And saying that this is what we need to do in order to save lives. And we're showcasing that was not the case. Even after getting double vaxxed, even after getting
Dude,
fucking the booster,
literally
you're still getting COVID, and people are still fucking dying over it after getting vaccinated.
Bro,
Like all of that shit. It just showcases how much that they fucking lied, how much the media does not want to showcase that they have egg on their face, because they still want that narrative that using experts helps push the stories that they fucking want. It helps push the agenda they want, the narrative they want, and they don't want it to showcase that experts are full of fucking shit because they just pay them to say what the fuck they want them to say.
Yeah, I think what's really disconcerting about all of this is the fact that that cases and deaths are insanely low. So like any time in 2020. Actually, you know what? The highest that there have been the highest like case number and deaths have been under Biden, not Trump.
And what's really funny is we already had.
I thought he was gonna shut down the virus, guys.
We already had the double vax. We already had the booster.
And it's always
that kind of shit.
It's always the people who have fucking 69 times boosted with the COVID vaccine who are the ones contracting COVID. They're being like, I fucking I break in, like I just tested positive for COVID. Thank God I'm quadruple boosted and vaxxed.
Yeah,
like,
they all copy and paste.
It is a copy pasta. Like at this time, like I honestly want to just say I really want to just like send a tweet that says like breaking news, guys. I just tested positive for Hep C. Thank God I'm quadruple vaxxed and boosted. Oh man, it's just one of those things that drives you insane.
No, and I got double vaxxed and I still got it. I was double vaxxed and I still contracted COVID, but because luckily,
do you feel lied to about getting the vax? Do you regret that decision
of getting vaxxed?
Yeah.
No, I feel lied to.
I
don't regret getting vaxxed. Like just same thing with like the flu shot. I don't regret getting the flu shot every time, even if I get the flu. Because I still think that it helps in terms of fighting the virus, but the fact that we were lied to on the effects of it, we were lied to saying that if you get vaccinated, you're 98% less. You have a 98% less chance to get the virus. All of that was a fucking lie.
Yeah,
that was more of it than actually just getting the needle in my arm. I'm fine with it because luckily I'm a healthy guy. I don't mind. I still feel like I had COVID before I even got the vaccine.
I think that's the weird thing about it is that like, yeah, getting COVID sucked and I never tested positive for it, but I'm pretty sure I had it.
Yeah.
But
I'm
even
COVID right now.
In COVID all over me.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was trying to say is that when I kind of looked at how everyone was pushing the vaccine, like obviously Jay, you and I are very much not anti-vax. It's not like we're thinking that they're putting stuff in these vaccines, at least historically in the time that we've been alive. I think what's so odd about this particular vaccine is that it's not actually a vaccine.
Right.
It's technically just a treat. It's like a preventative treatment because it's not actually. It doesn't
stop the virus. It doesn't prevent you from getting it. It
right.
doesn't do any of the stuff that vaccines are supposed to be able to do.
Right.
It's almost like taking like a Tylenol when you get sick. It's just to help, or taking vitamin C to help prevent you from getting the flu. Like it's not a vaccine.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like a treatment. So like everything about like the demonization of people who were pushing alternative treatments, whether it be hydroxychloroquine, ivermectin, it wasn't like the quote unquote established or the establishment endorsed treatment options. Everybody was saying like, oh, hydroxychloroquine, nearly killed a man in Nevada because he thought that hydroxychloroquine.
Because he drank something
like fish cleaner.
Yeah, fish cleaner.
When really, actually, the story later comes out that
the wife wanted to murder him.
was trying to murder her husband, and somehow that got spun around as
as Trump
pushed the
killed
person
to kill him
to kill someone by having them take hydroxychloroquine. Like at the end of the day, and we continually ask this. It almost like, at what part do you feel like you're in the dystopian film and that this is all by design and it's all just a ploy to get us to think that we're just going to go insane, we have no control, everything's predetermined for us, and we live in a simulation.
Right. I mean, if you really want to think about it in that way, it could be. And I honestly think what it is right now and the way that it's being played out is that the media itself is so caught up in making sure that the way that they use their narrative, the way that they use their experts, the way that they use their stories and all that kind of stuff doesn't get shat on, because they're going to be very, very cautious on the way that they talk about these things, and we're seeing it time and time again. That this is the aftermath of the public being completely lied to over this issue.
I think what's so wild though about all of that, about all of this, is that like you can see when you talk to people on the like, you know, your local store, at the, you know, you know, if you ever strike up a conversation with someone, you know, at your office or something like that, you like kind of get into discussion about this, which is not very common, but maybe let's just say like family and friends, or, you know, you kind of bring it up, like, you know, what do you think about all this? Everyone's just so fucking tired of all the bullshit. Like, I don't think there's like any. The sad part about all of this is, like, I don't think there's any like urgency or like willpower to just like want to change it, because we're all just so tired we're also worn down by the bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not, I feel like we feel completely powerless to it.
Right. And I think more and more people are seeing it, how the media uses its power to manipulate the narrative, manipulate people, manipulate stories. It's what radicalized a lot of people, COVID, and the way the media handle it.
So sorry, I was distracted by this story because I now have to send this to Spencer, because this is just way over the top. Maybe I'll send it to the HPH group chat, because already I'm getting tagged in it saying, "Is this you, Siraj?" Spencer might want to check the HPH group chat. But what were we talking about? Okay, COVID. So back to the New York Times. How can we trust anything they say about COVID, given what they've said about it in the past? Obviously, that's something up for debate. But I think you could probably blame a lot of what we've seen happen. No, go back to that. I was getting to it. Okay. All right. To show you how bad. Okay. Show you how bad students are having it with math and science. Take a look at this. A teen studying to be a doctor dies after taking one sip of a pina colada. All right. Obviously, it's a tragic story. You never want to see a teenager die, let alone from taking a sip of a pina colada. Kind of a shitty way to go out.
Especially, I mean, if you're gonna fucking die over it, at least drink a bottle of fucking bourbon.
At least drink.
Jesus. No wonder why they think it's you.
I know, because I'm still babysitting this little Scotch whiskey. What do we got, Jay? What do we got here today?
We got a Scotch whiskey, a malt Scotch whiskey, the Balvenie
single barrel,
15-year. It's not bad.
It's quite nice.
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't usually like.
I'm not a big guy. I'm not a big
Scotch.
It's all right.
Scotch guy. It's good. Sherry cast.
Anyways, let's see. Let's take Jay. Did we have anything else we wanted to talk about? What was it? What was another? What Labor Day happened this weekend? What the,
I don't know. Yeah,
we
I don't give a shit.
like
We work every day.
we work every day. We don't have like a whole Trump getting us, but I mean we're not like so up to speed on like everything happening with like the Trump case. But I think one thing that was really funny about all these cases that Trump is going through, particularly the FBI raid on Mar-a-Lago, is that and I'm actually glad we have Indian bra here. You click on it. No, sir, go click. Balvini, sir.
Balvini.
Our Indian bra here, sir. He comes in and he says, and he actually made a pretty good tweet. I don't know if we can pull that up. If he'll allow us to pull it up. Because I don't want to blow up the spot. But yeah, he made a very good point about this whole Mar-a-Lago raid. So originally, you remember how right after the raid, they were talking about, at least within the corporate media, that Donald Trump was hosting. He was like hoarding state secrets, and the particular secrets were of like the nuclear variety, like nuclear.
Yeah, of countries,
nuclear weapon
and all that kind
capabilities. Let me find it here. I'm gonna send it. I'll send it to Spencer so you can throw it up on the old screen. But what was wild about it is that it went from Morning Joe talking about when Trump is going to get prosecuted. It's going to be because of these nuclear secrets. I'm sending it in the private chat to you, Spencer. And this is our buddy Anang. He is a good Habibi Bhai. He's been on the show before. I have to get him back.
Absolutely.
But one thing that's been interesting about it is how it went from, all right, he has nuclear weapon secrets, state secrets, that could be considered treasonous. And it went from, liberals thinking it was the worst of the worst, to then it being upgraded to being, or no, I'm sorry, not upgraded, downgraded to being foreign nuclear capabilities. And Anong on Twitter, Anong Bai, you can find him on there. So it's first it was American nuclear secrets. Now it's foreign nuclear secrets. And this is a part that I found to be pretty cogent. Soon it'll morph into something like nuclear launch sites that are already known to the public domain, but the U.S. government considers secret. And if you scroll down, Spencer, you could probably see his follow-up to that tweet, was something along the lines of how maybe if he's faster, I could read it. Jesus Christ. Okay, that's not the point I was going to make. Maybe he said it in private. But it was one of the things that, like, watch it be like Iran or North Korea or even fucking like, or like imagine they made, it was like secrets about like a fucking like Caribbean nation, like saying Cuba, like fucking like 1960,
right?
Like JFK files. What if Trump held the JFK assassination files, which I thought they may have gone after him for, just like as a shitpost. Watch it also be like, oh, the nuclear secrets are actually about the 1963 Cuban Missile Crisis.
No, right. that would be hilarious, and that's probably what we're gonna see, because the thing the media always does when it comes to Trump is if he does something wrong, they put it up to like 69% over
Nice.
10. You know what I mean? They put it 69 over 10.
Nice.
And they go over like all this, and then it's actually a 6. And the thing is that the 6 is still bad, but because you go over and you do the 69 fucking thing over 10 to try and like really pin it on him and say that's the worst thing to ever happen, all this type of stuff, when the truth actually comes out, everybody's like, oh, that's not that bad.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's so over the top. Like, the walls are always closing in on Trump. And then you have, basically, earlier this week, it was reported that a federal judge, who was appointed by Trump, granting Trump a special master to review the contents that were, at least, was it seized by the FBI during the raid? And of course, naturally, the Department of Justice is appealing that decision. So not much really can be said about there, but it's always really funny how just like as soon as everyone is ready to close the book on the Trump saga, motherfucker just comes roaring back.
Oh, absolutely.
So I mean, you and I both know that this has always been a ploy to try to get him to basically disqualify him from running for president in 24, right?
Yes.
Right. There's no
other reason why they're doing all this all this stuff. They're going to try and pin him on some bullshit to stop him from running and all and everything. And people predicted that from the very beginning that's what a lot of this is for.
Yeah. I think also we have to remember is that usually there have been a lot of leaks to the media, a lot of strategic leaks. You would think that if they had anything substantive at all,
substantial. They had anything substantial.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jay. Did my English offend you?
Very much. Because all you gotta say if they had anything substantial.
If they had anything substantial, okay.
Thank you.
Piece of shit. If they had anything substantial, surely they would have leaked it to the press by now.
Oh, for sure. For sure. We had the fucking link on the leak of the Supreme Court ruling on
Sam Alito. Yeah, on Alito.
You're like that came out came out a week or 2 weeks before
a whole month.
A whole month.
It was a whole month
before they actually ruled on it.
I actually forgot about that until, or actually, I don't even think it was a whole month. I think it was like almost 2 months because I remember coming back from my Ramadan hiatus because I actually this year I took a social media pause, cleanse, and just like stayed off social media. I came back very.
You think Allah's proud of you?
Absolutely not. Look at look who my friends are. Basically, every single thing about COVID. Sorry, why am I getting back to COVID? I meant to talk about the Alito leak. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me? Okay, Alito draft leaked basically the night I come back to social media, and then they didn't rule on Roe v. Wade until like 2 months after. And I remember that because I was like very like first or second of May.
Oh, for sure. And anything that has to do with Trump or Republicans or any of that kind of stuff gets leaked immediately to start creating this buzz on all this stuff. But I think they overhyped it. They overplayed their hand, and the public is just not behind them when it comes to any of this stuff.
I think it's also important to note that look, when we talk about things like what's happening to Trump, I'm not too familiar on the case with Steve Bannon. I know that he was indicted. Look, we're two idiots who work all the time, so like forgive us for not knowing like all the news that's happening right now. We have very limited attention spans. I also am mentally ill and psychotic, so like just forgive us. But Jay, it seems as if that all of these different moves of legal action that they're taking, prosecution, it's just setting a precedent, is it not? That the federal government is looking to essentially
100%. God damn it!
Drinking essentially. Cheers, mate. By the way, did you notice what's on these glasses?
Hearts.
No, not that.
Love is love.
Love is love for the gay couple in us. Someone's gonna clip that.
For 100%.
Oh fuck! Essentially.
Oh shit! I even forget. I forget.
Okay. Is there? I feel like there's something we're missing. Is there something we're missing? All right. Let's just get to our favorite segment. That's Ask Us Anything. Ask Us Anything is a great segment where you ask us any questions. It could be about ass. It could be about, anything we talked about on the show. It'd be about stuff we haven't talked about on the show yet. Could also be about Ernie, who, by the way, is our president, our caliphate. You were very excited to see him. Ernie was with me all day. He came with me to the office.
And he actually picked me up as well, which was great.
We go get him.
Go get him, and we're going to see any questions that come out. From Rumble, Bear Lambar, you drinking alcohol? In Islam, alcohol is strictly forbidden. Well, not when you eat ass. See, look, there's a surah that it was recited by Abu Bakr that recites stating that Prophet Muhammad would only drink alcohol when he goes eat and eats ass. So after this, we're eating ass tonight. So, and that's each other's.
That's each other's, exactly.
We're going to be A-okay.
So just to address that point by Barrelime, it's actually interesting. You'd be amazed how many Muslims actually drink alcohol.
Oh my God! People from Saudi Arabia go to like Dubai and Bahrain just to go drink,
just to go drink. It's
insane. And then they'll go back on Friday to Friday prayer and pretend to be the strictest Muslims ever.
Yeah,
man. The things I used to do in basements of royalty in Dubai and Abu Dhabi are fucking mental. Lines of cocaine off the asses of fucking Ukrainian whores. Hey, Mom, I'm so glad you're here.
Yes, thank you again to Mary for joining us at the beginning of the show to talk about Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. It's a heavy topic. She did a fantastic job in their debut appearance on Habibi Power Hour. I know it's not something that the Habibis are so much accustomed to, but they are accustomed to me and Jay being so bad that we can't keep a straight face when talking about serious subjects, right, Jay?
Absolutely, we can't, because we like to eat ass. I mean, because we seriously like.
Yeah. Mary's been.
You're welcome, by the way.
For what?
For teaching you how to eat ass.
Thank you,
Emily. You're welcome.
Thank God she doesn't watch the show. All right. Barrelime says, I wouldn't know I'm a Christian. Well, that's, it's okay. But my grandparents are Catholic. My wife's Jewish. Jay is atheist. So it's all good.
It's all good. And my dad is a conservative Muslim. My mom.
Hold on. Conservative as in conservative, conservative Islam, or conservative and conservative?
Sunni. A conservative Sunni.
No, I meant
like praise 5 times a day.
Okay, no, I was talking specifically about being his politics. His politics, is he politically conservative, or is that what you're saying?
No, Islamically, religiously, but even now, he's it was a lot better under Trump.
I just want people to admit that things were better under Trump. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They truly
They were significantly better under Trump. Okay?
No, they were.
I mean, look, I don't think I've ever had it as good as when Trump was in office.
No.
Even just when in my journo days, I fucking lived for that shit. Just the constant MAGA Islam. You can imagine that Joe Biden is thinking right now, how can he talk about MAGA Islam in his next speech condemning MAGA Muslims? We're not MAGA. We deal in reality here.
Right.
And we can understand that things are so much better.
Yeah, they were.
Than they are under Biden. You literally have to have I don't know what to say. Either you don't want to admit to it, you're hesitant to admit to it, or you just so tribal that you can't
say it.
Can't say it.
Right.
Because look, it's not like anybody thought that Trump is like some great guy like that. I'm not, people don't vote for a president to like
be a good
be like,
person.
not only be a good person, but be like
and
best friend.
And the funniest thing is like the never Trumpers, they're absolute horseshit on being like
people.
No,
Literally the worst people,
because they're like, oh, like the
Let's go back.
the standard of presidency and the standard of this, and they're complete horseshit.
Let's go back.
You can go back to all their tweets.
They're like, let's go back to
2014, all that kind of stuff, and you can see that they're completely full of fucking shit.
Hypocrites. But
They stand on no principles whatsoever, and they're like, oh, but the principles of being conservative and the principles of being in the presidency and the principles, they're grifting motherfuckers who will change their fucking tune at anything their check tells them to, because they're pieces of fucking shit.
They're definitely beholden to the checks.
Especially bitch tit Nicole's.
Jennifer Rubin, our queen, who is infallible, who, by the way, now that you're here, Jen Rubin, please come on Habibi Power Hour. We'll make it worth your while. By the way, shout out to Zipper, one of the Habibis in our Discord server, who, by the way, if you want to go sign up for that, we actually have a current promo for our locals community. If one of the obviously giant perks of joining our locals is to be a part of the Discord server, which has actually been a hoot and a holler. Zipper actually went to a talk being held by none other than our queen Jennifer Rubin, and I haven't had a chance to watch all the content. I hope that we'd be able to have a little bit.
We should do like a watch party.
A watch party of just like watching, shit like
shirtless and jacking. I mean, just shirtless.
I mean,
no, wait, hold on.
Jay, we're looking good right now.
Absolutely.
Have you been working out?
A little.
I've been working out.
A little. I mean, I haven't, not much, but a little. I may have been doing it.
Testicles here and there.
Yeah, I mean, a little.
Yeah.
A little.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it.
There we go. There's bitch tentacles.
Oh, God.
So Barrel Lamp says, "Put your shirt back on. You're making me horny."
This is the content you guys create.
This is what you pay for. And as I said, what the great thing about Zipper going to this event is because he specifically, I think he actually went. I actually think he went to try to pitch.
Habibi Bros
to pitch us to Jennifer Rubin, for Jennifer Rubin to come on their show.
Come.
But one thing that we really look, I don't know. I don't know if I could handle having Jennifer Rubin come on the show.
We wouldn't be able to. I would go that would be the fucking grail, the holy grail of Habibi Bros. If we ever get Jennifer Rubin on, we'll shut it down. That'll be the last episode. That'll be it.
I feel like we would. I feel like we'd have to make like a promise to, like, a public guarantee that, like, look, we will shut down this shit. We will end Habibi Power Hour forever. If Jennifer Rubin simply appears on our show.
That's it. I mean, she can even just come and say, "Hey, Habibis," and then just leave.
Literally 5 seconds.
That's all she needs to do.
I would cream my jeans and then immediately press end broadcast, delete our channel. We're done forever.
It's done.
Yeah.
And that's all I would tweet.
Yeah, that's all I would tweet. So one of the Habibis asking if the Discord is gone. So what actually happened was Jay and I nuked the old Discord server, and then we started a new one for local supporters only. So if you want to get in on that, there's a fucking banner for this where Spencer, who's our fucking producer, can pull this up, but Jay's having to do it right now. If you use the promo code GenRubin69, there's a link in the description of this episode. You can go ahead and sign up for 1 month free trial. Carlos Los Bibi, a good friend of the show. Habibi, thank you for the super chat. Says, can't believe y'all are shirtless there without me. Los Bibi, sorry, man. We'll have to get you out here. Once I get this dickhole to move out here, then we can just have.
It's gonna happen.
We're gonna just have shirtless man titty parties.
Absolutely.
But before, Jay, we gotta finish these drinks. So let's go. Pussy.
No, but the funny thing is I finished a bottle at the
I know.
We went to happy hour.
We went to happy hour.
And I finished the bottle of fucking Angel's Envy there.
Yeah, you did a good job. Dude,
fucking great job.
He's like meeting all my coworkers, and they're all like dunking on me, and he's dunking on me too. And
it's like I already live here.
Yeah. Do better than yesterday. Rumble says a good Muslim is a non-obeying Muslim. Jihad Christians. Well, you know what's funny? I hate this. Like, I really don't like this like idea of like what makes a good and bad Muslim, because like belief in God is absolute,
right?
And so whether you perform the rituals or not, that's one thing. I honestly think it's how you treat other people. That's obviously a bigger, obviously a much bigger factor in how I believe God will judge you once we are no longer in this life. So what I'm saying is that it doesn't matter if you perform all the rituals, if you obey all the rules, so long as you treat others well with respect and dignity.
What he's really saying is that you're still going to go to hellfire for like 1,000,000 years, but as long as you believe in Allah, you're good.
Inshallah. Jay, can I see? Ooh, you got it. Jay, I don't think you've actually shown the back tat. Let's see it. Let's look at that. Ooh.
That and the funny thing, the thing about this,
you know that's going to be my Jay. You know that's going to be my target tonight after we get off there.
Yeah, you got to hit it. That's my first tattoo, and I did on Friday the 13th, and it's the Angel's Envy logo. That's what that was. I was like, what am I going to get? I was like, let's be cliche, but have a story behind it. And then I got this one, which says Mujahed Kobbe in Arabic with a peach. And then I got this one, which is the Lebanese cedar tree.
Yeah, it looks
which
like
great.
Jay, honestly, it looks like you fucking got a green Sharpie, and just drew that shit on your wrist. Fuck out of here.
It's really good. What are you talking about? I love this.
Dude, that looks like a fucking green Sharpie on your wrist.
And I'm gonna get more tattoos because holy shit, does it feel good.
Jay Winkler on Rumble says white pizza matters. Look, I don't care if you are pro, whatever your stance is. Don't act like you like white pizza better than regular ass pizza.
Yeah.
Red pizza. Doesn't fucking give me that shit.
That doesn't fly.
That doesn't fly here. Okay. So long as you're not deep Chicago deep dish.
Right.
Or you're at least not that, okay? But white pizza, come on, bro. Come on.
Don't do it.
Come on.
You don't do it.
You don't do it.
White pizza makes no sense.
We've had a pretty good look. I'm not sure if like Thursday nights are better for us versus Wednesday nights. But like tonight seems to be going okay, I guess.
Yeah, it was not bad.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. I mean, I didn't do Wednesday because I was traveling. So.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that like Thursday night's been fun. Should we we should like hold a poll?
Yeah,
pull a poll and see if like we should change to a different night. If Thursday nights.
If Habibi is like the Thursday,
if Habibi is like Thursday nights better, then maybe we do Thursday nights. You let us know. Mm-hmm. Obviously, leave a comment in the
video.
If you leave it in the live chat, we probably won't see it.
No, but we'll hold a poll on Habibi Bros.
Yeah, we'll hold.
Our intern will go.
Yeah, our intern
if we should change it.
Our intern who's fired is probably gonna hold it. But
it'll be the last tweet he does.
It'll be the last tweet he does. So as always, do we got anything else?
That's it.
Spence, you want to hop in here and say hello?
No, he doesn't. He looks like shit.
Hey everyone, how are we doing?
I told you he looks like
looks like absolute shit. Good work tonight, Spencer. You absolutely didn't kill it.
Yeah,
exactly.
You're
that's Jay's uncle's thing. Jay's uncle's the one who kills it, not me.
He did a great job at not doing a great job.
Perfect.
So you can all follow Spencer on Twitter. Where can they find you, Spencer?
Oh my God, what's my Twitter handle? It's Spencer _Sachs. Follow me there. I shit post every now and then, but follow the Habibi Bros Twitter account because we're so close to 6,000, I think. So get that,
nice.
get that shit post.
Let's
We're
do
like
it. Let's push
5
it.
away or something like that.
Let's go.
We got it.
All right. Thanks so much, Spencer. Appreciate it. Get the fuck out of here. That's Spencer. We rag on him a lot. He's a good kid.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, he does a good job.
He does a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll give him credit.
I mean, for a couple of boomers, yeah, he does great.
Yeah. So Anthony Rivera actually comes in as we talk about these ideas.
Sorry,
Look, okay, all right. Some people
we're not that late.
we're not that late, okay?
Come on.
Come. Anthony Rivera says so you'd be going live on Fridays if we're trying to aim for Thursday nights. I mean, look. Maybe?
We'll find out.
We'll find out. Jay, I guess since you're here, this is technically episode 68 of season 2. Mm-hmm. So naturally, our next episode is going to be
69.
Episode 69, right?
Yeah. And
is it going to be 69?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Uh-huh. So we'll do 69.
So we'll do 69, right?
While I'm here.
While you're here. Tonight?
No.
Another night.
Yeah, because we're going to be busy later on tonight.
Yeah, so we'll be 69 tonight, and then we'll do episode 69 on 9/11, right?
Yes.
Yeah. You can knock down these twin towers if you really want.
No, absolutely. We go down easy.
Yes. We go. So, with that being said, Habibis, I'm Siraj Hashmi.
I'm Jay Kobbe.
You can find me on Twitter at Siraj Hashmi. Jay, where can they find you?
You can find me at Assliken. That's ASSLIKEN.
Beautiful, beautiful. Before we go, Barrelam has this joke. He says, Arabic joke, what do you call a bee that is really nice around you? A bee. What the fuck? Okay, I'll give you that one. All right, Habibis. Y'all have a good night. Peace and Messalama. Thanks again to Mary. We'll see you next week. Peace it.